Well, hello. How have you been? Where have you been? It's been about 2 weeks and I haven't written a blog. We've been having internet issues, and there's nothing more frustrating than spending 3 or 4 hours to write something only to have, the wheel to spin, the spin, and then it's deleted. Are you kidding me? But anyway, the last time we interacted, you and I, we were in the midst of our 40-day tweak and weight loss. Well, it wasn't really a weight loss challenge, but just kind of a body tweak. And that was fun and challenging and a lot of work. And that's the end of that. No, I'm just kidding. It's an ongoing process, right? But I've been in a lot of yoga, thank goodness. And we are planning my son and I, Jimmy and I, go back to where I'm from every year. As a matter of fact, within the same window of a few days, and we go back for 2 weeks. Every year, it's something we've done since he was a baby, and it's kind of our thing, our deal. And what's so wonderful about that is while things change with him each year, and surprisingly, he still wants to go back with me. I'm, kind of perplexed by that, but so it is. And I think about going home, and I look forward to packing, and I unpack and repack and do this for about a month or two in advance before we actually board the plane. But there's something more to it than that. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about today, because you probably have a place for you as well that's going home. And maybe it's where you grew up, or maybe it's a state of mind, or maybe it's a vacation destination or something, but some place that allows you to connect to just kind of the purest, truest, most visceral sense of who you are. And for me, that occurs when we go back there. And it has very little to do with Hershey Park, though, yes, we go there, or the boardwalk at Cape May. Watch the tram car, please. And yes, we'll hear that in 2 weeks. But it's spending time with my family and with my friends. And, what's so wonderful about that is the timelessness of those relationships. And when I'm with my childhood friends, if I befriended them when I was 8 or 9, when I see them, Liz or Laurie or Susie or whomever, different ones from, 4th grade or even younger, when I'm around them, I still see that person. And I think it's fascinating in life that no matter how much we change or age or alter and grow and, try to be anything other than who we were, right? That person still shines through, doesn't it? Always. And so in my mind, they'll always be 8. Or if I knew them when I was 15 and they were 24 and they're 58 now, they get to stay eternally 24. So yay for them. But I would just encourage you to take a moment and think about what your home base is, And there's a movie that I saw years ago. I love this. It wasn't even a big box office hit, but Mark Harmon was in it. It was called Stealing Home. It was a baseball movie, but it was a lot more than that. And whenever I see that movie, it's reminiscent of how I feel every time Jimmy and I go back. And I don't know, one of these days, I'm sure my husband will go back too, but it's never been his thing because he didn't grow up there, and so I'm sure he'll go back with us if our 17-year-old dog ever passes away. But up to this point, he hasn't, and it's kind of this thing that Jimmy and I share, and we like that, and my husband's very gracious in allowing us to experience that together. And it's something that I hope as he gets older and no longer wants to do with me, meaning Jimmy, that he'll remember this, when he's older and, has left the nest and all of that. I know I certainly will. So anyway, I just have a lot of strange feelings inside. I'm excited. And I get nervous when I go home. I get ridiculously happy. I talked about that before. Stupid happy is the term I use, because that's what it's like for me. I get stupid happy. And I love spending time with my family and my friends and my sister. I didn't grow up with a sister, but I have one now. Yeah, I told you the story. It's one of the other video blogs. I met my sister when I was pregnant with Jimmy. I didn't know I had a sister. Well, I do. And I love spending time with her and, you know, with my parents who've been married for 50 years. And even though they're not there anymore, when I go home, I spend time with my grandparents. And that's very precious to me and priceless. And so many other wonderful friends. And anyway, I'm just blabbering. But thank goodness I'm doing all of this yoga, because my feelings get all stirred up inside and I start feeling anxious and nervous and happy and sometimes sad for people that aren't there any longer. And above all, I just feel grateful. I feel grateful for this life. I am grateful for a home to go back to. I am grateful for a husband who allows me to go back. And, you know, he's asked me before, well, gosh, you know, one day when your parents are gone, you probably won't go back anymore. Well, that's just ridiculous. Of course I will. That's my home, you know? And I'll always go back. Always. So that's that. And find your home and go to that place and spend that time communing with yourself and just, you know, meditating or praying and, you know, evaluating your life and, you know, shifting and adjusting as you need to and being thankful for everything it is. Don't worry about what it's not. Just be grateful for what your life is. And really, that is enough. So I'm at Costco and I better go get a few things for dinner tonight and get a few things that I promised my husband I would get. So there's that, and time for another workout this afternoon. Yoga this morning, cardio this afternoon. We breathe every day. We gotta exercise every day. Okay, have a great day. Go home. Bye.